All right. Hello. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Like, I mean, why else would you be here? You're here for the Shark Stream. Clearly. Or fuck, I don't know. Maybe you're here for Do I got that thing going? Do I got that thing on? I got that motherfucking thing on. Hold on. Cause like, what is it? Like you go to a goddamn. But yeah, I got viewer rewards on. Hell yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you're here to get a chucklebucker. I don't know how to pronounce that. Regardless. Hello. I've got I went to Wingstop. Because I had been wanting Wingstop fries for like a full fucking day. But the way that I get Wingstop fries is that I order them well done and with extra seasoning. And I gotta say, I was driving home. I'm starting late today because I had like a bunch of errands I needed to run. So I'm driving home and the errands hadn't gone perfectly well, so I was a bit upset and I was just like kind of angry when I was driving. And then like I go to Wingstop, I pick up my order of all these fucking French fries, and once I get to the car, I'm just like, I take a look in, everything looks good, I smell them, and I'm just like, oh, that smells good. I pick one out, I eat it, and I immediately feel better. So, you know, some days shit sucks. And some days, a single French fry will fix you. Well, it's just kind of like that sometimes, you know? I do have like a sore in my mouth from where I like bit my lip. That like the seasoning is getting into it. It doesn't feel great. Excuse me. Final Fantasy XIV, the critically acclaimed MMORPG, with a free trial up to level 70 that includes the award-winning first expansion Heavensward and its follow-up Stormblood. You know, Heavensward is the award-winning expansion, but I feel like, and I'm not trying to like downplay Heavensward, because Heavensward is pretty good, but I feel like these days you don't really hear a lot of people saying that like Heavensward is like their absolute favorite expansion. You hear that a lot more about like Shadowbringers, I feel like. Now, personally, I would have to say that I think out of every expansion that's been released for this game, Dawn Trail is by far my favorite, the most recent one. Hello, Lucas. I'm still eating these fries. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to think that, like, yeah, Heavensward gets kind of like gassed up a bit because it being award-winning is kind of part of the meme. But like, I feel like these days Heavensward isn't even like the best expansion for the game, you know? Oh, God. Good fries, good fries. What's going on? in what I can only assume is a move spurred on by the recent closures of several few of the studios under ownership of Microsoft. Both Bethesda and Blizzard have had wall-to-wall unionizations with the communication is it the Communication Workers Alliance? Bethesda and Blizzard have unionized. Like, I feel like within days of each other, which is cool. From what I understand, the entire World of Warcraft team is now unionized. And I hope that, like, such big, like, large profile union efforts lead to, like, even more of the same throughout this industry. In a similar vein, we've also gotten word recently that SAG-AFTRA, is that correct? SAG-AFTRA? Yeah. Has called for a strike with a lot of its members who work in video games against a lot of, like, big name game companies. I don't know specifically all of the companies, but I did see, like, Take-Two and I want to say Warner Brothers Games in there. And this is specifically having to do with the contracts that they were presented with not being particularly protective against essentially AI taking the jobs of, like, seasoned voice actors. And I'm hoping that the protections that they managed to get are better than the protections for, like, screen actors, based on what I heard about how that whole fucking thing went with that particular strike. I've reached out because I want to support this particular strike as much as I can. And the way that they mentioned would be best to support said strike is basically just kind of spreading the word and, like, talking about it. So I've reached out to SAG-AFTRA to see if I could get, like, their basic, like, talking points for the strike. Because they have a whole thing in their FAQ about this. There was also a whole thing about, like, you can, if you're a streamer, you can have, like, one of their voice actors come on to kind of, like, talk about the strike. And as cool as I think that would be, to see if I could get somebody on for that, I don't know that, like, listen, I try not to be, like, self-deprecating or disparage myself on this stream, but, like, at times I do need to kind of be realistic. I am a particularly small streamer. And I don't know that, like, I necessarily have the sort of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Reach the sort of audience that would be, needed for something like that. I don't have a problem with that. I like being a smaller streamer. I have, like, gunk in my throat. I don't mind being a smaller streamer. I don't mind not being, like, the level that's just, like, they're probably looking for people who have a particularly large audience that would, want to be informed about this sort of thing. So I'm happy with just, doing what I can to spread the word and, like I said, getting the talking points so that I can properly discuss it. So depending on how soon they get back to me, that might be, like, tomorrow's stream, or it might be one of next week's streams. Who knows? That we discuss that. Hello, Kale. Hi, I'm here for my watch streak and metrics, but I can't listen in. You deserve more reach, honestly. You have the right energy to be a bigger streamer. I appreciate that. And I try. I do. I think part of the issue tends to be that I am really bad at, like, marketing myself. Like, I don't have the... The fight against the algorithm is real, too, unfortunately. Yeah. Like, I don't really have the, Like, how do I explain it? I feel like you have to have a certain kind of disposition to be able to, like, properly, like, market and advertise yourself. And me being, something of an introvert, am not particularly good at, like, really, I guess, hyping myself up to that extent with, like, marketing, and advertising. I'm more of a grit and determination type, where it's just like, if I keep doing this, keep my nose clean, keep my head above the water, eventually I'll just outlast everybody else. No, but, it's a problem. God, these fries are really... I don't want to stop eating them, but, like, eventually I have to do voices. If my channel wasn't tiny, I'd try helping promoting. I mean, you can still... I mean, like, you know, if you still wanted to help, you could. I wouldn't mind it. Up to you, though. Alright. We gotta talk to these chuckle fucks. Ralger's Beacon. There you are. And there is Commander Kemp, I see. I know you are eager to speak of our next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma. Oh boy, my Doma deeds, let me tell ya. I had some pretty cool shit over there, I'm gonna be honest. It was sick as hell. And I'm super cool. And everyone wanted to fuck me.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers. If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
Cassie, back off.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned, not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamegan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Valladina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks.
I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it.
I name this operation Rulga's Beacon. For as Rulga once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Cassie is going in on my fries, or trying to at least, which is very funny to me because just before the stream started, she actually managed to lick a little bit of the seasoning off one of the fries and immediately hopped down off the desk. She pretty clearly did not enjoy it. You don't want this, baby. You don't want this. Okay, that's my hand. You can lick that. That's fine. You don't want these. You don't. No. No. Do I need to remove you? Do I need to pick you up like a hot dog? I'll pick you up like a hot dog. I'll do it. Stop. Yeah, bet. No. No. Okay, hot dog time. Fuzziest hot dog ever. Alright. The success of this operation is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Valladina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he has ordered Fordola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. We have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an Alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye, Fordola is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of the garrison occupied. Leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Valladina, Commander Kemp. All I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing the bridge has fallen? Aye, we convince them Valladina's lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then, when the dust is settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? Aye. It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Aigeld, Lys, Arnvald, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. Alice and I will remain with the Flame General. Yeah, alright. We will return to Rulga's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. Hey. Why does the shadowed parts of Alphino's hair for a moment there were just like green? That's very funny to me. Woggle week. All right. Be gone. What's up, big guy? If it takes 100 battles like this to rescue Kryl, then I'll fight in every one. That's the spirit. Minago. I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for this. It's going to be grand. Conrad wasn't kidding when he said they'd made a lot of progress while we were away. Did you think I was? A little insulted, but okay. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Veladina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, far too long besides. There's no need for all that, right, Minago? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arenvold, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lise, I want you to look in on the squadrons, make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear? Sir, what do you want me to do? Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That will be all. Aigale, stay with me a moment if you would. Oh, that's what you want me to do. You want me to stay here. I'll stay here. Oh, God. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs on their hearts. Okay. There have been a lot of new faces since last you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber, another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself in the river by the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you've finished. Someone from Little Alamigo, huh? I wonder if I know them already. Cassie, what are you doing? Get out of that bag. Shoving your head in a bag. Who do you think you are, huh? Who do you think you are? Looking at a thing in a bag. I suppose I can let her have her fun. There's nothing in that bag, so... Alright, let's see if we can't find some of these dudes. Hey, dude. Hey, dudes. Swarthy resistance fighter. How you doing? Oh, I say, if it isn't the lass who helped me find the ward I misplaced. Ah, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who'd taken time out of a busy day to help me. Well, what is done is done. And I know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. Just giving me woobs today. I suppose it's appropriate. These are the Stormblood mounts. Sup, fucker? Wait, I know you. Captain Shork of the Maelstrom. It's an honor to meet you. I was living hand-to-mouth in Uldar, but decided to enlist in the Flames after I heard tales of your daring do. Now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join the fight for my homeland's liberation. Ah, this is no time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Captain. We'll give those Imperial Horsons what for. Sorry, I'm eating fries again. I have a friend who recently finished playing through 2.0, and I was very excited for them, and I congratulated them on doing so. But at the same time, I was just like, oh, there's so much stuff that that's gonna open up for you now. I stopped just shy of like overwhelming them with information as to like everything that they have access to now and everything that they're gonna want to do, but it's just like, oh, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't like chomping at the bit. But you know, it's important to let people like, I think I feel like one of the worst things that you can do for someone who's looking to get into FF14 is to encourage them to hurry up to get through everything so that they can catch up to where things are at right now. Because I think if you want people to give a shit about where the story's at right now, they should play at their own pace to get through the early stuff. And like, I've talked about this before, where it's just like, I don't like the idea of like telling somebody to like skip Realm Reborn. Because, for one thing, you can't do that on free trial, and it costs money. And for another thing, like, I've talked before in the past how, like, there's a lot of context with Realm Reborn. It's basically the foundation for everything that comes after. And if you skip that, that's, like, so much shit you're missing out on. So I am 100% a proponent of not skipping a Realm Reborn. And basically just supporting people playing at their own pace. Like, can you imagine, like, playing this game? Like, look, I fucking booked it through this game when I was playing it, but that's because that's the pace I wanted to play at. I was really excited to see what like, happened, and I had the benefit of having a decent working knowledge of what happens in the game anyway, because I'd played it before. Like, I started this game going through, like, the old DOS section because I started as a monk, or as a pugilist, rather. But, like, even that I had already seen because one of my earliest characters was a thaumaturge when it started. So, but at the same time, it's just like, it's definitely, you do want to, I think it's important to encourage people to, like, if they find it at all interesting, encourage them to stick with it, but don't push them to, like, keep going as fast as possible. Because I guarantee you, if you try and, get, like, aggressive about it, like, wanting to make sure that, like, oh, you gotta get through all this so you can get to the good stuff. Like, among other things, they're going to assume that what they're going through is not, in fact, the good stuff, when it might just be pretty good on its own. A Realm Reborn is fine. Like, this is something, like, again, I've talked about this plenty of times before. People act like a Realm Reborn is, like, this fucking abysmal slog to get through, and, like, yeah, the pacing is maybe a little weird early on, and doesn't really pick up until, like, everyone in the Waking Sands gets massacred. But it's just, but it's like, it can sound discouraging to be like, you have to get to the good stuff, because then, like, people are going to assume that what they're trying to, like, work through is the bad stuff, and that's going to give them a bad impression of it. When it's just like, no, work at your own pace, enjoy what you're doing, and just, like, find your own sort of happiness with this, you know? Yeah, I agree. I apply that to other games too, like Breath of the Wild, TOTK streamers. Let them play however they want. Stop telling them to focus on this or that. Had that going with a friend who was playing Tears of the Kingdom. Content for past expansions doesn't become bad because it's old, so it's not like people should be hurried to catch up on content to play with friends, which is usually the argument I see from people rushing their friends. Yeah, and people are just like, hey, catch up with this content so you can play with us, are fucking, like, weak cowards who will not survive the winter. Fucking play the old content with them. Do you know how cool that is? I got to run my friend through Praetorium. Okay? I was so excited to do that. Do you know how cool it is to, like, play through old content with somebody who's seeing it for the first time? That is the coolest fucking shit in the world. And I could not possibly recommend that any higher. So, like, if you know somebody who's going through the early game or, like, past expansions and, like, is worried about, like, wanting to catch up, just reassure them that, like, it's okay to play at their own pace. It's okay to just, like, take it one step at a time and play that old content with them if you have the opportunity. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm getting a message from my lovely wife, Natalie. Okay. Where was I? Yeah, if you know people who are playing through early content, play with them. Okay? It's fun. Trust me. I Galt, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Wilward and the rest of us had got it into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Rhalgr, like the Amalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Ever hear about what happened to Wilred? Joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead, after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right. And maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry. Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. I should play with y'all. Hey, we're getting close to the end of Stormblood. I'm going to need to go through, like, some of the side content. Like, we're talking, the Auspices, we're talking, Omega, we're talking the Evilise raids. So, if you want to get in on that, I won't mind. I won't even have to switch to a different, class for the raids. Because I'm pretty confident in being able to do it as a red mage. Especially considering for those ones, I'm definitely not doing them unsynced, because we are getting into the parts of the game where, like, you saw when I was trying to do, fucking Susanoo unsynced. It's tough. We're getting into the parts of the game where they kind of designed them to, like, need to be done with some kind of a party. Alright. We have to progress the story. This isn't a Spider-Man stream. I can't just futz around with side content. Ugh. God, my nose running, much like this Tyrannosaurus Rex. Everybody know me. My name Conrad. You've had a word with the men I mentioned, then? Uh-huh. I'm sure you've noticed they have another thing in common aside from tragedy. You've touched each of their lives in one way or another. That's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Giribania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil, who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons. It all belonged to the Resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse. While there is good in that, there's also the potential for strife and discord. Cloud strife? Discord from My Little Pony? Ugh. It'd take a special sort to lead such men to Alamigo, don't you think? Leader of the Resistance, eh? Don't I have enough titles already? Someone like Lise, you mean? Let's see, we're of one mind. She'll have to make the decision for herself, of course. You've traveled with her, been by her side when she's had to make hard choices. You've seen her at her worst and her best. If you think she's got it in her, then she does. Hello, Esamuka. Welcome. You have so many achievement titles. Aigale just also canonically, like... I've written fanfiction where Aigale keeps, like, a little booklet of just, like... boasts to use with her introduction. Since she's had so many of those. I need to try and come up with more to use in other fanfictions. Look after her, Aigale. She's our future and my hope. Okay. I trust I needn't say this conversation is just between you and me. Okay. Good girl. I'm sorry, that did something to me. Can you say that again? Right then, we'd best head to Castellum Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. That was weird. Alright, where are we headed? Castellum Corvi. God, right, we technically haven't even gotten to, like... Oh, wait, no, I guess we have. We just sort of, like, went up and around, huh? Dupirin Stones. I gotta get the... How the fuck do I get out of here again? Hold on. Oh, I'm not in the right place at all. I make a gross noise real quick. 1 second. Alright, I'm good. Na 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 na. Do 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 do. Alright. Is this where I need to be? By my Conrad. I'll prove to them that it wasn't a mistake. That I wasn't a mistake. I believe in you, Arenvald. You're gonna fucking kill it out there. Lise! Said it then, and I'll say it again. Won't let it all be for nothing. Hold up. Okay. Solo duty time. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Minago sees to the flag. Got your gear in order? Any moment now. Yeah, let's do it.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
Calm down, Nago. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Gwyffin McElboy.
Right.
Sorry. I was watching animated My Brother and Me clips earlier.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking.
Haha, idiots.
Now remember, Minago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
How can we fail? We've got a snake lady on our side, also known as a snady. I do love the Ananta. Yeah, look at her go. I'm excited. We get to spend a bit more time with the Ananta in this part of the expansion, so I'm really excited for that.
Here it comes!
Let's just hit him with a little bit of... boop. Pew pew. I've been working on the role quests for Dawn Trail. No, it's not this way. Hold on. Oh god! I went the completely wrong direction. Guys, wait up. Guys, wait up. I've been doing the role quest for Dawn Trail, and it's been I'm trying to make sure that I hold on to, because obviously I've collected a lot of, like, gear in, like, playing and replaying, dungeons for, like, leveling and stuff like that, or in the case of the level 97 dungeon, trying to get the full striking set. And I'm trying not to get rid of anything that I'm going to end up, like, wanting to hold on to use for, like, classes that I'm leveling, but it's rough. Because I'm ending up with, like, a very, very, like, over-encumbered inventory as a result. Was having that exact issue with Meteor. Yeah. Like, I think, oh god, what was it that I was doing? I was doing, an Endwalker dungeon, to get some experience on Viper. And I found myself with the absolutely abysmal problem of armor pieces that I was picking up were going into my inventory instead of my armory chest. Which is always just like, oh god, really? What am I going to do about this? Hey, Fordola. Think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Defeat Fordola Rem Lupus. God, you might as well just ask me to breathe. I can't believe I don't have Verholy right now. Ah, hey. Woohoo! Ow. Rude. It's my bridge, you're not taking this from me? I beg to differ. No, comrade. It's our bridge. And by our, I mean mine and my friends, not yours. Ow.
Meet my new friend!
Oh, you got a new friend? That's just an X. Oh, are you talking about the sword? That's cool. A sword can be your friend. It's not weird. I could just stand right here. This is fine.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Nah. I'm good.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo!
Al amigo.
Yeah!
Stand your ground! It's not over yet! Damn it!
Let them go, Lys. We've done
Says
what we
stand
came
your
here to do.
ground,
That's
runs.
enough for now.
Villadina is fallen? Impossible.
It's incredibly possible, actually.
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Regroup! Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Always fun to see the Garleans on the back foot like that.
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No! But if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us.
School's with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it?
Yay!
And that has to be worth something.
So, like, we're actually going to replace that with, like, a real flag, right? As opposed to just, like, a glamour prismed one? I'm assuming. First name Ananta, last name Battlemaid. So, you are indeed everything they say. The stuff of legends. Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Did you see that, Alba? Holy, we did it. Those are people from earlier in the game that you can find hanging around the Waking Sands who died when, Livia massacred them. I'm gonna burp. Hold on. Excuse me. Well fought, brothers and sisters. Today is a day that will be remembered for generations to come. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself that it's just the first step, but it's a big one. I'm going to take it back, all of it, one ilm at a time if we have to. Well, hopefully not at that slow of a pace. One step at a time, one step at a time. Until we're on Xenos' doorstep. The fortunes of woe. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the Castellum. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone to ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you've judged your work to be done, report to General Aldin in Bittermill. Bittermill. Alright. Hold on. I got the chocobo out for a reason. Ever since using the Alamegan and Samurai bardings for this New Game Plus run, I've considered the idea of just making sure that my Chocobo has like a thematically appropriate barding for each like expansion. So I started looking into bardings for Shadowbringers, since that's going to be the next one that we're going to be working on. And the one that I've got my eye on requires me to get up to rank 3 in Shared Fates for one of the particular regions in Shadowbringers. Which means I have to do like 50 fates in that particular region. Because I've already done up to 10. But I need to do a total of 60. So I got my work cut out for me. Hey, boys! Oh. Wow, you guys didn't put up a fight at all. I don't know. I feel kind of bad now. Bittermill. Raubin! It's a good thing Monago got the flag flying when she did. Any longer and those Imperials might have had us at their mercy. The Bull of Alamigo has done it again. His assessment of Fordola's response was without error. Rabbi, how you doing, big guy? Well met. All's well at the bridge? Uh-huh. Good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Veladina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. Their own... Fucking goddammit. Their own walls. Damn, Twitch ain't giving me metrics. I could not have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one Castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces. Scions, I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Sure, dude. Is that a Lalafell? Like, I just look over and just like, is that an Imperial Lalafell? Delight's not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Okay. Like, I know that the Garlean army uses conscripts. There's just something very funny to me about seeing an imperialist Lalafell. Everybody know me. My name's Conrad. If you're looking for Arenvald, I think he's with Pippin, searching the Castellum for any remaining soldiers. Now that we have taken control of Veladina, there's nothing stopping us from marching east towards the peaks. From a stone bridge to a massive fortress, Garlean engineering never ceases to impress. Buck so soon. I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The vice marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there will be no one left to fight. We got it bad. We got bad gods. Rising fortunes, rising spirits. Conrad would like just as much as you to resume your march east towards the peaks. Let's do it then. Let's fucking go. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us.
Commander Cap, Marshal Terrapin reports that their sweep of the Cassal's interior has been completed. Why do I have this voice?
So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Veladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where's Monago? She took a bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Veladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see that her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, it would be best if Monago were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed. Let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is all right. Okay. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. Okay. Every so often you, like, find one of these, like, weird roadblocks in, like, greater overworld areas. Like, you can go up to this guy and he's just like, "Greetings, sire, do you wish to pass?" And you can say yes. And now we're on the other side of the door. And you just have that ability, like, I think even in just, like, the normal game, but also, you just fly over it. Like, why not just open the door, you know? Maybe it is open at some other point in the timeline. I don't know. I don't remember things. Ooh, Robo-Dragon. Someone's turning in a Beast Tribe quest. Or excuse me, an Allied Society quest. Ironvald! Did you say you were for the Peering Stones? In that case, mayhap Marshal Terrapin and I should join you. We spied a suspicious pair earlier, a Hure and a Lalafell, by the looks of them, but they fled when they realized they'd been spotted. If they're Imperials, then we can't have them stirring up trouble. On your guard, Ironvald. They're still about. Since when did you become a bloodhound? The Bakote ought to trust their ears, not their nose. Shut up, man. You're not allowed to fuck. Haha. Get wrecked, idiot. I'm sorry. We will soon start sending scouts east to survey the land in preparation for our advance. We do not anticipate much resistance at this time, but should we encounter any Imperial forces, we shall deal with them quickly and severely. A Hure and a Lalafell. I wonder if they're the dudes left over from the fucking Crystal Braves. That one Lalafell that I hate. And who in Japanese has, like, the fucking deepest voice possible for a Lalafell to have. Oh, hold up. Yep. Ooh. Yu Yu Hase, that's the guy. That's the bitch. This area is home to dangerous beasts. Not that we cannot handle, mind, but do not be surprised if something ravenous and slavering comes charging at you out of nowhere. But of course, tiring though it may be to come and go from the cliff top, it is easily defended and affords an excellent view of the surrounding area. Yu Yu Hase planning to be a piece of shit since 1.0. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. Alright. Can I just... Hold on. Can I just... Like, the tunnel's cool and all. Don't get me wrong. We might not have seen any Imperial forces thus far, but we mustn't forget that this was occupied territory until very recently. They could still be nearby. Not just the Seekers of the Sun, but Ananta. Mayhap there's a settlement nearby. Ooh, tilting into the turn. I love that. That's one of my favorite things that they've added for Dawn Trail. Is mounts tilting into turns. Well, what do you think? Hard to tell from down below that a whole village is up here, isn't it? Hi, Minyago.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
Hey, girl, hey.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana. The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire, and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola. It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
As much as I like Fordola as a character, it is easy to forget that she was kind of a piece of shit for most of Stormblood, unfortunately. Thanks for knocking that over, Cassie. I really appreciate that.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
Ah, shit.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
I do appreciate how this voice actor is like
And so you
really
turn
hitting
to
those S's.
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Oh, that's me! Yes, hello, I am Icon Slayer.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
It's kind of our whole thing. Like, it's right there on my resume, God Killer. I still can't believe that a primal's been summoned so close to the village. The idea that our people could be taken to serve as thralls it just doesn't bear thinking about. This is all for Dola's fault. Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, it's mostly the dude who just, like, in a bit of fucking stupidity, decided to kill, the Kalyana broodmother's daughter, but, you know, Fordola's kinda to blame for this. Thanks, Fordola. And now we have a primal to contend with as well. As if the Empire needed an excuse to start rounding up beastmen again. You have slain many icons before, yes? Then please, put an end to this madness. Yeah, alright. The Lure of the Dream. Alphino has heard this story too many times before. Ahem. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I have been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather, your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to charm Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her unto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sarisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Monago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Whee. Step, step, step. I will send word to Conrad and the others. Take care. Do not hesitate to send for help if you need it. Alright. Today's probably going to be a bit of a shorter stream, just because I did get started kind of late. I'm hoping to go back to like a normal length stream tomorrow when we do Immortals of Avium. Hi, Sarisha. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor this dick more like, but we intend to provide them, but we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, and one I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the ether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. I love the Ananta. I wish they had better animations for their tails, but they're good. That would depend. The Primal's motives have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may have also harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may be different from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vera, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will, and so we stand with the resistance against the Empire, and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribe is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself and they summoned a primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vera make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. You can count on us. Then we shall, for without you we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Alice still out here thinking about Gabu. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister Vajra will guide you to Janan Khat, and I shall pray for your success. Oh yeah, it's me. Hi. Oh, look who's got a name now. I'm reminded of the tragedy we bore witness to beneath Ogomoro, when poor Gabu cried out in despair and rage, and Titan came forth in answer. We need to go. I won't be late again, not like in Limsa. I'm not sure why Alice is so eager to face this primal all of a sudden, but you won't hear me complaining. My sister Vajra will guide you to the Kalyana village. Do what you must, Icon Slayer. Well met, Scions. I am Vajra, she who shines bright and unbroken. Yeah, I know, you were like the one who brought us here. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. Let's fucking go! The Lady of Bliss. Vajra is ready to guide you to Janan Khat. You are ready? You look ready. Janan Khat. There you find the Kalyana's crystals in Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. And there she go. And there they go. Everyone's just leaving me behind. Oh, is that it over there? Hold on. Yeah, that's it over there. Oh, wait. I overshot. Everyone's gathered up over this way. It would be in our best interest to avoid any confrontation unless absolutely necessary. The primal and the crystals are our primary objectives. I expected more resistance. Let's pray our luck holds. We should follow their lead and let them do any fighting for now. You'll need your strength when the time comes. John and Kat, the path leads to an entrance above. Within is an aetheryte. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. The aetheryte is within. I will go no further. Good luck, Icon Slayer. Thank you. I'll try really hard. Ooh, big ol' elefante. We don't gotta worry about any of these folks. They won't bother us. Ladies. Hello. Oh, they got one of them fucked up aetherites. Love these things. Woo!
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
So, like, is Sri Lakshmi a snake lady?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade. Not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the four winds.
Damn, sucks.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alize, have you gone mad?
No, let her cook.
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood.
Not even
No,
remotely.
We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
Yeah, what she said.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
I don't like the sound of that. Y'all might want to get out of here. Well, shit.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
Lakshmi's influence just being like orbs is very funny to me. Ah, heck. Well, I'll say it was a good effort. Love the story of Lakshmi, just weird side tangent in the story. Yeah, no, it's great. And Lakshmi has maybe some of my favorite boss music in the entire game, so I'm very excited for that. Is there really no way we can fight alongside you without being turned into one of her dreamers? Nah, man. I knew things were not going to end well the moment she stepped out of hiding. 100% agree on the music. I know, it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, Igeld. I had to. I had to try, and I failed. So you have to fight. There was no other way. Never stop trying! Means a lot to hear you say that. It does. But it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. We can but do that which is within our power. Lise Alphino and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. Emanation, now accessible. I feel like Alice has a personal stake in the subject of primals after she joins because of her own arc with her grandfather back in the Coil story. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And like, that's only, like, I feel like, okay. I feel like if you've done the Binding Coils of Bahamut, then she already has a personal stake that is then strengthened by everything that happens with Gabu. But I feel like Gabu and what happens with him might be there to still give her a pretty personal stake. In the event that, like, someone hasn't done Binding Coils. Emanation, no breathing, don't give a... Oh, only 9 minutes? Shit, alright. Yeah, we're gonna hard queue for this. I'm not... Listen, I'm not having it what happened with Susano happen again. Alright? We're gonna do this proper like. So I've talked before about how one of the things I came up for Igeld as a joke that I then, like, legitimately worked into her canon is that she can hear the background music. And one of the things that I decided on is just like, of all of the primals she's fought, the ambient ether for Sri Lakshmi sounds the best to her because it's just Sri Lakshmi's theme. Gosh, I hope this doesn't take too long. Is there anything else I can talk about in the meantime? I'm trying to think. Cassie, where are you going? Cassie just wandering around my desk. Nope, picking you up like a hot dog. Get out of here. I'm getting tired. I don't know if I would necessarily say that like I'm losing steam or anything. I just, oh god, that's right, the fucking Borderlands movie is coming out. I found out the other day that that movie wrapped filming like 3 years ago and has just been kind of sitting there ever since and had like a bunch of extensive reshoots within the last few years. Which, I'm gonna be honest, doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. Like, listen, I'm not trying to say that, like, you know, I'm a huge fan of Borderlands or anything, so, like, I've got a bit of a bias here. But it does concern me that, like, that kind of timeline is kind of concerning. Like, that's the sort of shit that happened to, like, New Mutants, you know? Where it's just like they filmed it, they wrapped filming, and then there were a bunch of reshoots done because it was just... So I don't know if you know like the story about New Mutants. So basically they filmed it, wrapped filming, a trailer came out for that, and the trailer kind of painted it as like more like of a horror movie. And a lot of people really liked that. Like a lot of people thought that was a really cool angle to take with it. But the actual movie wasn't really anything like a horror movie. So when they saw the way that everybody was like reacting to like the trailer, they were just like, fuck, we got to make this more of a horror movie. And so they did a bunch of reshoots to make it more of a horror movie that also involved like Antonio Banderas as someone in the plot. I don't really know who he was supposed to be because none of his scenes made it to the final cut because they decided to just not go with the reshot version of the film, which is absolutely fucking bonkers to me. I gotta tell you, like, I'm kind of glad to hear that, like, Deadpool and Wolverine is actually, like, turning out to be pretty good because goddamn, the X-Men, the Fox X-Men series deserves like a good swan song, you know? So it's just like it's knowledge about like situations like that I hear. Oh yeah, Borderlands was done filming 3 years ago and just is only releasing now after extensive reshoots were done within the last couple years. Like I hear that, I'm just like, experience has shown that this is not a particularly confidence building scenario. I am almost certain that Cassie is about to start trying to bite and scratch me. Hey, are you getting wild? Please don't get wild. I don't want to have to put you in gay baby jail, is all I'm saying. Blech, excuse me. How are we doing? This still says average wait time 9 minutes, and we're at 7:48, 49, etc., etc. Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Okay. Fucking jump scare. Good lord. Excuse me. Okay, I completely forget what that mechanic is. Vril? Ignite accumulated Vril to protect yourself from Sri Lakshmi's attacks. Okay, understood. Was that, like, explained to me at some point? Bro, you gotta stay right there. I forget what the tell is for the attack that I'm supposed to, like, pop the Vril for. That seems like I'm supposed to be over here. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Ooh. That sounds like it hurt. Stotrum? I don't know what that is.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
Okay, this seems... Wait, hold on. Bosom. Okay. Hold on, maybe? Oh. I don't know, it's a very large bosom. That might be pretty nice. Haha, psych. I don't actually well, okay. No, my vril dissipated.
I shall free you from your hate.
Listen, I'm not saying I do it. I'm just saying it's a very large bosom. Oh. Oh, this is the sort of stuff we want the vril for. That's the shit you want to use it for. Okay, that's the one where it's just like kind of cross beams, right?
Surrender to bliss.
Oh no, it's cycles. Okay, looks like the other healer got that guy back up. That's good, that's good. Part of being a red mage is recognizing that, like, oh yeah, I might want to kind of keep an eye on who gets fucking shreked in our party, just in the event that I need to pick anybody back up. Oh, I've got full beaters. I should probably do something with that, huh? Yoink. Oh my god. I'm sure there's like ideal places for people to stand when they've got that on them, but mainly it's just, y'all, please just find a spot and stick with it, please. I'm begging you. All right. She ignite on my vril. She shri on my Lakshmi until my vril ignites. I don't like that both of those are lit up. That concerns me. I mean, that's fine. This is doable.
I shall free you from your hate.
Oh wow, we're almost done, huh? I just realized she's got 3% health left. That went a fair bit faster than I was expecting. I'm not complaining. Just, you know, unexpected. Na, 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 na. Let me out of here. Everyone's already left. I got 4 player commendations. I'm assuming because I was the only one there to give have someone give me a player com too.
I just wish I could have been more help.
Ah, y'all did great. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Girl.
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You, who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
That will definitely happen, Lise. You're 100% correct.
Be gone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Yeah, alright. Have a nice day. Me judging your red mage skills while also not able to hear you defend yourself like a toxic friend. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo!
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
There's a high probability that both these men are going to die regardless, so...
Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
Oh, come on. Fordola doesn't deserve that, even if she is kind of a piece of shit at this point in the story.
She rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Ugh. With this guy again.
Fordola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
His lips are so pale. Does he have, like, good, like, blood circulation?
Yes, my lord.
To, like, his head?
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own.
Bleh.
Judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
Damn, dude. Okay.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Alright, calm down. Jeez.
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord.
The power to transcend.
I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
Ugh. This fucking guy. Yeah, this is the actual scene with Cordola that I like. It's a good scene, honestly. We did it! Yay! I think that went rather well. How's everybody else feeling about all that? Alice? You finished then. Good. I'm glad it's over. We had to use force to secure the crystals. Alice was not gentle. Sounds like everyone had a really good time. You yet live. I had my doubts. Welcome back. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. Could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind. We'll deal with that when the time comes. Na 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 na. I hate leaving it all to you. Makes me wish there was some way of borrowing the echo. Yeah, can you imagine, like, giving someone the echo artificially? That'd be weird. Silence of the gods. Thanks to you, Vajra and her people need no longer live in fear. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Viranilia. Okay, bye. Dibbidi-bow. Dibbidi-bop, dibbidi-bop, dibbidi-bow. Here we go. Hi, Sarisha. The winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. I mean, it's not really that easy. Well, you know, we won't worry about it. Aigelt did the deed. You know, but witnesses to her heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for as there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sister's plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We're all in this together, Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. We should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Whee! Peering stones, peering stones, peering stones. Alright, we're probably coming up on the end here, once I see kind of like what the next few parts of the MSQ has for us. Ah, you all know me. I am Conrad. The hero returns, together with her stalwart comrades in arms. Glad to hear that you managed to deal with the Ananta's primal before it could cause us any more grief. Gods know we have enough to worry about. We heard about the primal. Excellent work. If you're looking for Arenvald and his unit, they are currently investigating reports of suspicious activity in the area. Fucked up, if true. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarapin came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. But I should probably start at the beginning. Blah 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 yada yada yada. So on and so forth, etc. etc. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. You've saved a lot of lives, Argeld. Take pride in that. Oh, I do. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future and ambient ether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how to best enforce these said restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Valadina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! He was also most emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as her, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Minaga. You've been away from your family too long, don't deny it. As you say, sir. Thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Okay. And thus did we meet that one guy what keeps blowing himself up with grenades. Anyway. Much will hinge on whether we can capture or destroy Specula Imperatoris. Though the facility was unassailable from the north, it is very much vulnerable to attack from the south. I know how you feel. I've never taken kindly to people telling me to rest. Nago used to tell me stories about her home, but somehow it didn't really register that we'd be up this high. Heh, looks like it's up to me and mine to give you a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Valadina. I'm holding you to that. If it's not, I'm burning this whole place down. No, I'm kidding. Honored guests, I pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Those are some low-poly turkeys, goddamn. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, come, eat your fill of our food, and drink deep of our spirits. There's more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. Delicious, delicious low-poly turkey. Ow, 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 claws, claws in me, ouch. Cassie, what the fuck? Excuse you. Hey, hey, if you're gonna start that, you're going in the crate. Don't start, okay? Okay? Make good choices. No, no, I see what you're doing. Ow. Okay. Cassie might need to go in the crate before we end the stream. Oh, nope, she's running away now. Okay. She has turned her attention elsewhere. She wasn't kidding when she said a mother could cook. Uh-huh. You know, seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. Kathy, I see you sneaking around. Stop it. Get out of here. I'm trying to voice a very touching scene. Hey, no biting and scratching. Damn, that was a hell of a jump. But they wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius. Of course Father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older. They didn't have to die. It never ends, does it? They call us beasts, and they treat us like them. They push and they push and they... until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons a god. A false god. The 12 are watching us. What are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die and nothing gets better, it just goes on and on and on. There is no justice. Just us. I know. That's why we're here, isn't it? Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Oh, Cassie, if you're gonna start, like, scratching and biting me again, I swear to God. I'm trying to finish this up here. Who knows what the answers are? Or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I must be getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, Aigeld. Uh-huh. Alright, so this is going to be where we're going to stop for the day once I finish this quest. I do want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. If you enjoyed the stream, you can subscribe here on Twitch. We have special emotes for subscribers. You can also follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, and co-host at AcidXShark. That's AcidXShark, where I post all the streams as they happen. Or you can find me on YouTube at AcidXShark, where I post all the streams after they happen. Art for the stream. Chat blocker was done by Isaac, who you can find on Twitter at _Knucklebone. That's _KNUCKLEBONE. Fantastic artist. Highly recommend checking his stuff out. VTuber was done by Audrey and B of Team Capel. You can find on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, co-host Blue Sky VGen at Team Capel. That's TEAMCATPLE. They also do fantastic work. You should commission them. You should commission them through VGen. You should do that. Do it. Fucking do it. Don't email them. Use the VGen. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, Mortals of Avium. We're skipping Silent Hill this Saturday because I got stuff going on that day and I don't want to try and like work around like scheduling the stream with everything else going on. So Silent Hill will be back next weekend. And speaking of next week, we'll be finishing up Amazing Spider-Man 2. I have no idea what I'm going to replace Spider-Man or Webhead Wednesdays with yet. If we're going to go straight into the PS4 game or the Sony Spider-Man games, or if we're going to do something else for a little bit. I might pivot to something else just for a bit. I don't know yet. And then we'll do more Stormblood next Thursday. Let me see. I want to check to see if there's anybody I know streaming right now. 1 second. I don't know anyone streaming right now, apparently. Oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up then. How long has it been since I last saw my father? Maybe Alphino and I should plan a trip to Sharlayan. When all this is over, I mean. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, Ali say. So if your mother's food is so good, why are you such a terrible cook? Honestly, you've got to get her to teach you the basics while we're here. Because I've got other skills. In case you've forgotten, I'm one of the finest hunters this tribe has ever seen. Anyway, I don't remember you being a master culinarian. There is something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Da 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 da. And that's gonna be it. I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same shark time, same shark channel. Take care, everybody.